I think this is considered a classic NES game, but screw it, I want to play it. I own it, so I'm gonna play it. That's how it is. Ariel, Princess of the Sea, fell in love with Eric at first sight. She asked Ursula to make her human so she could meet him. He fell in love with her too and planned to marry her. Then one day, Sebastian, Flounder, and Scuttle came to see Ariel in a big hurry. Is this like a sequel? They explained that Ursula had cast a spell over the fish of the sea, so they would have to do as she wanted. If she wasn't stopped, she would probably take over the whole sea. Well, I guess you can't take over the world if she can't leave the water, huh? Ariel decided to go to Ursula's castle to try and release the fish from Ursula's spell. She explained to Eric that she was a mermaid and a princess of the sea, and that she must try to save her friends. Wait, this is a whole new take on the story I didn't realize it had. Eric tried to convince her not to go, but she turned back into a mermaid, dove into the sea, and began to swim toward Ursula's castle. I'm not gonna lie, this would have been a much more interesting direction for the movie to go. It's almost like a weird fanfiction thing where someone says, nah, I don't like the way that story is going. Let's just do something completely different. Oh. Gotta remember how to play it. Oh. Oh, okay, good. It doesn't hurt you if you do that. I always found this game interesting. This game and Kirby are probably some of the most interesting NES games. Just because of how sort of synonymous platforming is with the NES era. Like outside of ship shooters where you're controlling a spaceship and just shooting things, it was so weird and rare to see games without jumping platforming challenges. It was just sort of what the NES did. And then you have like this and Kirby coming along and saying, okay, those pits, those aren't really a thing. Oh, you can't shoot it with your bubble tail. Aha, fish. Those weren't even there last time. Ah. I'm just getting impatient and screwing myself over. Okay, come on. Ah. Pick it! There we go. Alright. I'm not sure what that pot is supposed to be, but we got it. Ursula is going toward the sunken ship. Watch out, Ariel! Hello, animal. How are you this morning? Ah. Actually 12 a.m. Yeah, I could see that being a time for sleep. Ah. I don't know how to move that barrel. I'm sure I can, but eh. No, come on. Ah. Ah. You like charge up a tail blast? No? That's not a thing. Is this a Capcom game? I think so? I would have to check. Here, give me 1 second. Yes, yes it is Capcom, as a matter of fact. Which explains why it's actually pretty good. Capcom was like at the top of their game in the 8-bit era. Hell, near the top of anybody's game in the 8-bit era. That wasn't helpful. Oh, it disappeared. God dang it. This on hardware? It is an original cartridge, but it is running on a Hyperkin Retron. It's not running on an NES. So, yes and no. For Capcom Disney games. Capcom just... I don't know if they made a bad game on the NES. They were just on fire back then. Maybe there's some I've never played before, but... You basically can't go wrong with Capcom on NES. What's funny is playing this, I don't know why I've never seen another Mermaid game again. Like, it doesn't even have to be The Little Mermaid. You could just make a Mermaid game like this with today, and it would be kind of cool. Oh, maybe Mermaids just fell out of style. The real remake is coming. You think they'll remake the Little Mermaid game on NES? I mean, I wouldn't say no to that. Wait, did my tail thing get stronger? How do I... Oh, here we go. Whoops. Ah, I was just in the wrong plane, I guess, before. Oh, come here. Ah. Dang it. Oh. Oh no, my tail whapper power is down again. I didn't even know I could upgrade that. Ah. Oh. Oh, what went through the crab? God dang it. This is actually a really annoying fight, I've got to say. Not necessarily in a bad way, just in a... It's more complicated and difficult than you would think it would be. God dang! Oh, can I just push those? Is that a thing I can do? And there's like an upgrade screen there. Ugh. Right, what does that one do? That increases power. Okay. So the sound effects in this game are the same as Wonder Boy 3. Did Capcom make Wonder Boy? I thought that was like a Sega thing. I don't know why these crabs are so hard to hit with anything. You'd think they wouldn't be. Frick! Alright, got one. It is, huh. I guess there are only so many sounds you can make with 8-bit hardware. Yeah, I saw that coming. Alright, got it. Fiendish Ursula froze the sea. Be careful, the ice is very slippery. I mean, I'm swimming, I'm not sure how ice is gonna hurt me very much. Sea of ice. Oh, okay. Am I gonna be... Oh, I see how that works. That's actually more convenient. Oh, come back! You know what's funny? This game is... Oh, god damn it. Clearly you're swimming, so you can't fall. I'm still a little bit afraid of the pits there. I was going, I don't want to fall! It doesn't matter, you're swimming! You're a mermaid, you can't drown! So trained by video game logic to be afraid of pits. That gave me nothing. Alright, nice. Uh-oh. Oh, ah, I got it. Ah. Ha. Oh, no! Threw myself right into him. That's all I wanted to do. He doesn't even look dangerous. He looks so friendly. Look at that smiling face. Oh! Ha! Got him. Ha! Oh, missed. Can I hit him with these? No, they probably burst if they try. Nah, they're not gonna go out. Ha! Oops. I can't get to the shell while it's covered in ice fish. Okay, and ha! Aha! There is something strange going on around the sea volcanoes. Be careful! Something bad may be waiting for you. You know what? They did that Capcom Disney collection recently. Why wasn't this on it? I guess it was a Disney Afternoon collection. It wasn't a Disney movie collection. Ah, Jeez, enemies are getting so much faster and more aggressive now. Holy shoot. Yeah, I'd totally drop that. Oh. Oh no, I thought they were going away. They gone? They gone. Oh, seriously, what do I do without these? I would like to see a Disney movie game collection with games aside from friggin' Lion King and Aladdin in it. There's so many. There's like the Beauty and the Beast games, there's this, there's... I actually can't think of any more off the top of my head. I don't think that many movies from the Disney Renaissance had games, did they? There was no Pocahontas, there was no Mulan. There was a Hercules, at least, on PlayStation. There's Lilo and Stitch on PlayStation. I think The Emperor's New Groove might have had one. God damn these shrimp! The heck is that? What? What hit me? Ah, frickin'. Bought that for like $5. Which one? The Hercules? Or the Lilo and Stitch? Because Lilo and Stitch, I haven't played Hercules, but Lilo and Stitch wasn't bad. It was basically a Crash Bandicoot ripoff, Jungle Book. Oh yeah, that's another one that had one. That's right, that was a Jungle Book game. Let me out of here. I think the closest thing I have to a complaint about this game is how long it takes to turn around. I think it's a good animation, it looks good, but it takes forever. Woo! That was close. I think that was the easiest boss so far, though. Ursula's castle is like a magical maze. Sometimes you will walk through a door into a room, and when you walk back out the same door, you will be in a different place. So it's like a Mario Maker level. Also, I'm a mermaid. I don't walk. I swim. See? I swim majestically through the ocean. Oh no, not little fish. Seriously, how do I interact with those? I have yet to figure that out. PS1 Hercules is playable. I have it on my Vita. It always looked like an okay game. It's just never got it. I keep forgetting I can buy a lot of those games on... What am I supposed to do here? Oh wait, this is a door, isn't it? Okay, there we go. That's the first health pickup I found. Oh! I see what they mean. Wait, isn't this going backwards? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, I have talked so many times about endgame mazes in games. And the fact that I can't frickin' stand them. The hell? Okay. Still don't know how to interact with those. Oops. Oh well, got me some. I guess maybe one of the reasons they don't do a Disney movie game collection like that is because they're all on all those different systems, and probably more work making emulators for all of them versus just slapping a couple SNES games on a disc. Like, you wouldn't think it would be hard to emulate freaking NES games like this, but you never know. Ah! Whew. Yeah, that turnaround time is killer. This looks like the final area. Wow. Ursula. Is this the final area? Oh, of course I missed. Shoot. Alright. Be a little bit careful. Because of that. Oh, frick. Is that it? That game? Could I have just thrown all the enemies up through the floor there? I just assumed I had to go around it. Ariel, it looks like Ursula is back, but this time she's gigantic. Oh, one more level, okay. What should we do, Ariel? Ursula has become much more powerful. If you strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you can ever imagine. Oh, hello. What was that? It's like the game just reset. I didn't realize you didn't have to hold the B button to hold enemies. It's just a run button. Oops. Ah! Old games only really appeal to the people that played them back in the day. Probably a hard sell. Well, you could say the same about the Lion King and Aladdin collection they released. Not to mention the Disney Afternoon collection. As far as I know, those did okay. And they straight up remade DuckTales. So there's an audience for it. I'm just not sure if it would be cost effective. Ariel defeated Ursula and released her friends from the spell, but there was no way for her to become human again. Ariel spent every day looking up at the land with tears in her eyes. King Triton saw that his daughter was in love, and cast a spell on her to make her human. Once again. Ooh, nudity. Ariel returned to the land and went to see Eric. He was very happy when he saw her, and he swept her into his arms. They got married and lived happily ever after. I almost prefer this version of the story to the movie. It has a lot more action in it. The end. Hey! I don't know if I want to see them remake this game, but I would like to see someone make a friggin' a mermaid game. That's what I want to see. I want to see a game where you play as a freaking mermaid. Because I played that, oh, what was the name of that game? It was, it started with an A. I can't remember. It was a game where you just, all you do is swim around the ocean and dodge, like, landmines, and you can ride on fish and all those. And that was a really cool game. You could totally adapt that into, like, this, but add more, like, action, and you can control the game, like, more fluidly. And it's totally doable with today's technology. I would like to see that. Why has nobody done that? Maybe they think it's a hard sell because mermaids are maybe not in style right now and everything. Oh, I think this is one of those cases where it just locks you on the screen. Yeah, I beat that in 35 minutes. I had a feeling it was going to be an easy game. It's the Little Mermaid. They're not going to make it super freaking hard, but I guess I expected slightly more time out of it. Oh well, still fun. Maybe I'll go through again and try not to die a million times. And the super easy short game. That's true, I died so many times and I still finished in like 30 minutes. This is probably like a speedrun on this. Has to be like 15, 20 minutes. Short and sweet. Exactly. Not every game needs to be a million years long. Anyway, I guess I need to select a new game now. In fact, Echo the Dolphin. You know, I think there was a 3D Echo the Dolphin. I never actually played it. It was on Dreamcast, I believe. That Defender of the Future. I never played that. I know there was a... On the Genesis, it was Echo the Dolphin, but... Anyway, I need to select a new game, and I will be right back. Going to cut everything off just to reset everything and get a new video going. Yeah, be right back.